Murf AI that you can use to create voiceover for your videos. I'm going to show you now a few things that came after I used the tool for about a month. I am creating videos using Murf AI as my voiceover, a challenge to see if a YouTube channel can get monetized with AI voice. I'm using the AI voice and creating the script and everything with AI, but I'm putting my knowledge inside of it. I have experience of 12 years in the marketing and creating videos, content and everything, creating courses, and I taught a lot of tutorials how to use different softwares and different tools, and this is going to be my point of view how to use Murf AI and what my thinking are. You can find the link to Murf in the description. So let's start. First of all, let's understand what's going on here. This is the website. This is what you see when you get to their homepage, and you can see they have different case scenarios who can use the voice AI. So when you create content and you're thinking about using AI voice, you should think about what will make this AI voice interesting, because when you hear person talking like I'm talking now, it's going to be different than the AI voice. Okay, usually most of the people can hear right away that it's AI voice generated. It's still not there. It's still not sound like a human voice. And as a human, you will always have some touch that the AI voice can't have. And when you use AI voice for anything, you should think about how to create your video sound better, okay? Sound interesting, although it's not a human voice. And I think the first thing we need to understand what are the different plans Murf AI have. So let's go to the pricing tab. They automatically jump to the yearly. I like always to start with monthly. Just, for the first month, 2 months, just to see that I really like the tool and I use it, and before I jump to the yearly plan. Although it's cost me more, I think it's really good to have the first month or 2 months voice generation. I'm going to talk about that in a moment, what exactly it means, 10 minutes of voice generation. And it's something that is really important to understand how the system works with the minutes, how it counts the minutes, because you cannot download the voice you create. That is the thing with the free plan. Okay, so you can download that. It is actually not free. I think it's for unlimited time. So if you sign today and then you forgot it, and let's say next month you want to do that again, I think you can still have the 10 minutes of voice generation to play with that until you find what is good for you. Then you have, they have 120 voices. Not all of them are in English, but most of them are English. They have a lot of voices in English. I have in different section of these tutorials. In this tutorial series, in different section, I'm going to have all the voice generation that they have currently have on like the Pro and the basic plan. All the 120, which is not the 120, just the English voices. So I recorded everything so you can hear for yourself it's something that you like or not. You can use up to 3 users. I think also it's something just to fill the product. And that's it for the free. Then we have the basic. The main difference between the basic and the pro is the amount of the voices you can use, okay? The amount of voices, because the basic have the 60 basic voices, which is not all of the pro voices, and the pro have all of the voices that they have. The other different is how much voice generation you can create, okay? So each user you have on your plan, you can have more hours you can generate. So if you need, let's say, 6 hours a month, you should take 2 users of the pro plan, because then you have 8 hours. Okay, you don't have 6, but you have 8 hours of voice generation. So this is something you can consider if you want to create a lot of content and you need more time for your voice generation. If you need more than 20 hours, you can just take the unlimited, the enterprise unlimited access and everything, and then you can just create everything there, but it's going to cost you almost $6,000 annually for the whole year. The way it's work, the difference between the yearly and the monthly, if you are going to see the yearly, you get the whole hour count. So if you need, let's say, tons of hours and you need it now, you can take the pro plan, pay the $312, and then you can create all the content you need at once. You don't need to wait each month to get another 4 hours. Okay, so this is really nice to have if you work on higher scales. You also get 2 hours of transcription per user. I personally didn't use that feature. They have soundtracks also, and I will talk about that when we get into the editing mode of Murf. That you can edit the video itself also on Murf. So this is basically the difference between the different plans. You should know that you have commercial use, so you can create whatever you want with it, and you can sell the content, you can upload it to YouTube, you can create online courses, you can create whatever you want and sell it and use it for commercial use. If you want to create new plan, you are going to press a button here, and then you just sign in to the website. And you can see here I have my pro plan here. Another thing they have is something they call collaborative workspace. You can have your own project, and you can have projects you share with other people. So this is really nice to have. Let's get into the studio. You see, I have up here the button that says studio, and each time you want to get to your studio, to your project you created, you can go back, you can look for that kind of button, and you have it here. So I'm inside the studio now. I have already created some stuff here. If you are going to get into this page, you're probably going to get it empty, nothing here. Let's get into the studio. You see, I have up here the button that says studio, and each time you want to get to your studio, to your project you created, you can go back, you can look for that kind of button, and you have it here. So I'm inside the studio now. I have already created some stuff here. If you are going to get into this page, you're probably going to get it empty, nothing here. You can do here two things. You can create folder and you can create a project. There is one thing I wish they have getting into one of my folders. I have here, as you see, I have here 5 videos. You can, if you're going back, you can create folder. I am creating let's say a test, okay, just for us, or test, and you can create private folder, okay, if you have enterprise plan. I press a button, and now I have here, you can see I have empty folder. If you have enterprise plan, you get also to create subfolders. I think it's really helpful to have subfolder if you have more than one YouTube channel, or if you have really big projects. It's good to have subfolders, but I don't have it here, so I can use only one level of folders. Then after I have created my folder, I can create a new project. And by the way, you can create it from here too. Okay, you can create from here, you can create it from here. So let's create project. Now I got a full page, and then I can give title to my project, test title. You can see that you can choose here if it's going to be only audio or video, but it doesn't really matter. I am always starting blank, but if I will press the e-learning, let's see what they create for me. It created blank anyway. All the features we have here. First of all, let's see on top of it. Here you have the test title. You can change it if you want. I just, test title to that, and it changed the title of your project. Then you can see where it's located. It's located on my account and on my tests folder. If you have subfolders, it's going to be here also. Then you have here the editing mode. This is actually, because it's my project and I don't have enterprise and I'm not using it with other people, I can edit everything here. So this is what it's actually telling me, that I can edit this project. Okay, I can change it to anything else. I'm sure that in the enterprise you can change it to editing, to reading, or whatever. Okay, so it's going to be different. Then here I have the time is left for me this current month. So as you can see, I used 80 minutes of 46 minutes. Actually, I got 6 minutes more because I used the free plan and then I upgraded to the paid plan. I had 6 minutes more, so they added it to me 20 giga of space. So I used 17. I think it's because I uploaded videos here. This is a project size. Now it's nothing because I don't have here anything, and I have also 130 minutes of transcriptions that I didn't use yet. Here you have the export button. When I press that, I can choose whatever I want to export that. And here I have share link. You can create share link and then you can share it for yourself if you want to get back to it really fast, or if you are working with other people and you want them to get into the project right away and not just press lots of buttons and links, you can create share links. Here the help section. You have studio docs. I really think you should go read the studio docs. They have really nice tips there. Here is my personal account, and we will talk about that in a moment. Okay, then here on the side, I have Explore AI Voices. This is all of the AI I have. This is the English AIs. Actually, if I want to change it, I can change it to whatever language I want. Languages that have only pro voices. This is why this is not one of the languages you can use in the standard version of. We will talk about this later on. Here you can import files, and I'm going to do that in a moment when I will create my new project. Here you can add media. This is your media. Okay, this is a place that you can upload stuff. Okay, this is my storage. Like if you fill the storage, then you can delete from here stuff. Here you can have voice changer, which is if you speak in some way and you want to change it to different voice, you can select file of MP3 or MP4, and then you can upload it and it recognizes the voice, and then you can change the AI voice for yourself. So it's good if you have AI voice from different software, or if you have your own voice, you recorded something and you want to change it to AI voice. Then we have the main section. This is where you put the text. Okay, here you enter the text, and from here you can change the voices. Okay, you can have different ways of changing and edit it, and I will get into it really in details later on in the tutorials. And here you can add block and whatever. So here is going to be all of the text you are going to generate, and that's it. This section is showing you the preview of your video of your audio. So you don't need it actually open. You can just close it. If you have only voice, you're going to have the voice here. If you have video, you're going to see also the voice, the video. Everything that is going to be in the video is going to be here. And then let's go to the last section down here. So whenever you finish to create your text, you can press the play and then it generates a preview. This is something that takes time, so you should know that. Each time you make changes, you need to generate it again, and that is really time consuming. This is why I don't like to edit the video itself in here, because it's really taking time for each time to render everything, to see whatever you want, to see that you do. You have 3 layers. You have the voiceover layer, which is this one in the top. Then you have the video layer. You can add videos from stock images or stock videos, or for your own, you can upload here. And you can add music. They have also music library you can use in your videos. Okay, so if I press the plus for the video, you can see I get into my uploads. I have here also the stock music, but because I'm on the video, I can't press the music. I can see the stock images and stock videos. For me, for some reason, I can't see the videos and the images. I contacted the support teams and they do whatever they do. I still can't see anything here, but probably other people can. So I don't know why I can't see the video itself, but don't worry, everything is from Pexels. Actually, it is free to use. You can use software to edit it for yourself. Okay, then you have here the audio, and then stock music. You can use music from here. I don't really know from where they're taking the music, but you have license for the music. So whenever you finish to whenever you create the voiceover and adding the music here, you can use this music and the audio without copyright claims. And this is really important things to know. That's it for the main section. So let's create new project, and I will add my first script from scratch so you can see how it works. This text is created ChatGPT, but actually I told ChatGPT what I want to write about, and it just make everything for me because my English is not the best. I use ChatGPT to write for me things in the right grammar. It is kind of interview. I think it's really cute. Was seeing other video that they had different voices, different AI voices in the video, and it created it more interesting. So this is what I said in the beginning that of this tutorial series, that you should think about how to create your videos more entertaining and more engaging, because it's AI voice and it's not going to sound like a human. I created 3 characters for this interview, and we have Jane and Bob, which are the main characters of this channel. And for this video, I created another character, which is Sarah, which Sarah is just, another person. It's going to be another voice. It's going to be like kind of interview. So I have here the whole script. It's 4 pages. It's going to be around 8 minutes. I'm not sure. And you can see that I add here the name of the character, and then I have the text. It's just for me because unfortunately Murf it doesn't know when I want to change the voice of the person, but I can create different voices in the same file, in the same project. So this is why I created it that way. Change the name, YouTube interviews. And I'm going to create my project, and it's going to be, okay, so now I'm going to press here the import script, and I will select the interview with Sarah. Now he asked me if I want to split the script by paragraph or by sentences. I like it to be by paragraph because then I have, each of the persons just, in a box. You can see it here, disclaimer, then Jane, all of the what she said, then I have Sarah, all what she's saying, and Bob and Sarah, and then I can only delete the name of the character and change the character afterwards. And I'm going to import. Before I start to do anything, you can watch here on the minutes. Okay, so I have now 2 hours and 45 minutes, and I don't want to waste my minutes. And each time I have this Sarah and Jane that I'm going to delete that, it's going to take it from my remaining minutes, and I don't want to. I want to save my time. First of all, I'm going to delete the disclaimer, which is to delete the person that is going to talk, change the person, and I'm going to squeeze the text a little bit, so I will take the minimum of time I can take from my video. So let's start with the disclaimer. I'm going to take it here. I want really robotic voice, just for this. Let's take from the English people. It doesn't matter, actually. Let's hear that.
Today's fast-changing corporate environment demands a different kind of...
Great. That is really great video. Agreed for the disclaimers. This is going to be the disclaimer, and I'm going to make the speed a bit faster. If you create the speed faster, you take less minutes from yourself. And because the AI voice are not sounding really good in real speed, they created that. It's really good to increase the speed. So some of the characters you need to create it, around the 4-5%. And some of the characters you need to create 12%. I'm not going to generate a preview. I'm going to guess it's going to be 12. Afterwards, I can always change that. So that's it for you can see that I still have the same remaining time because I didn't press this play button. Okay, this is really important because whenever you play, the first time you play that, it dedicated time from your remaining time, and then when you change anything, it's going to dedicate time from your time also. So it's really important to change everything before the first time you are going to hear it. Now, Jane is Eva, which is this is her voice, and she's going to be around the 5%. I know that because I did that already, so I know I would like her to be in the 5% speed. Then I have Sarah. Sarah is the new voice I never used before, so let's find someone who sound like Sarah. Sarah is middle age, so let's
step up your grilling game with Open Barbecue and get ready to impress your friends and family with killer food made on the grill.
Maybe Julie.
At ISH, we consider our patients.
Oh, that's great because it's really, really different than Eva. And I'm going to put her also around the 5%. I think the women speak a little bit faster, okay, than the other voices. Also, something you really need to mention, I have here commas and dots and everything. Each time I have it for Sarah, for Jane, for the Eva voice, I know that it's going to be pause. So I am not going to have it here, although for the writing skills you should have that. It also takes time, so I want not to have all these pauses. This is something I'm doing in this phase of the work, just to create everything. So then we have Sarah. Sarah is going to be Julie. And now we have Bob. Bob, I also have characters that I used already. It's going to be, where he is he? Edmund. This is, this one is they added more? Okay, Edmund is my Bob character, and it's going to be also 12. Then I am going to continue doing that. Found out that it's really good to squeeze the paragraphs, so that's not going to be in different lines. If I need it, I always can split that later, but each second is count here, and whenever is a count new minute, it's going to dedicate it from your it's going to remove it from your remaining time, and I don't want it. So let's just do that for everything until now. If you press backspace here, it's going to merge them together, although you can always split that afterwards. And that's it. So now I created all of the dialogues. It's actually a conversation between Bob, Jane, and Sarah. I didn't hear anything. Because I worked with these voices before. I knew that I need what changes I need to do. But now is the time of truth. I will generate the voices. So I'm going to press this play button, and it's going to take time, but it's going to do that. Okay, I can see now that all of this conversation is going to be 11 minutes and 49 seconds. So it's going to be here. Okay, I'm going to dedicate it from here. Remember, it's 2:45 now. So let's see how down it's going to be here. So while generating, you can see that it's taking time. So each time you do any change, you need to generate the audio again. Okay, so time consuming. This is why after you know what voices are you going to use the same voices. Do all of the work before you start to generate it the first time, because each time you do that, it's like 2 to 3 to 4 minutes to generate it. And when you have longer videos, it's going to be much longer. And actually it is very long video, but you can see I squeezed it because I added the speed here. When I have here the speed plus 5%, it squeezed it. When I put that on, it thought it's going to be 11 minutes or so. But when I added the speed, it squeezed it to 8 minutes and 52 seconds. Okay, which is really important if you are going to work, because if I'm going to add any word or sentence or anything to this text now, it's going to dedicate it more minutes for my account. So I want the first time to be the best. And then if I have some changes, it's not going to take me too much. If you are creating lots of videos and you want to use all of your time on this platform, you should think about how you can squeeze the time and for the first time, so you are not going to waste your time. So now I can hear whatever I created.
This interview is fictional, but the ideas and strategies discussed are based on real-life experiences and insights from successful creators.
Actually, a disclaimer that I don't know yet if I'm going to use it as a disclaimer with voice or with anything on the screen.
The concept shared can be applied to your own YouTube journey. Let's explore how...
You heard that it say the concepts shared. It wasn't sound so good.
Shared can be applied to creators. The concept shared.
It was something really like. So let's try. I always try to add a comma or something before I try to do the pronunciation, which is something that you can use. Okay, let's hear that. Now I added a comma. Okay, only comma. Now I need to generate it everything again. Okay, it's been in preview. It's not taking too much time, but each time it's like 30 seconds, a minute that you need to wait.
Creators. The concepts shared can be applied to your own...
Okay, now it sounds better. Now, each time I'm building the preview again, it's going to start from the beginning. If I don't want it to start from the beginning, I can stop it and put the crosshair, whatever I want it to start.
Insights from successful creators. The concepts shared can be applied to your own YouTube journey. Let's explore how to make money from YouTube.
Today we have Sarah on our The Multi-Income Matrix podcast, the founder of an online boutique, with us.
You see? I forgot this comma. Okay. Now it generated. And now I found a trick. This
interview is fictional.
Okay, it started.
Journey. Let's explore how to make money from YouTube.
Okay,
Today we have Sarah on our The Multi-Income Matrix podcast, the founder of an online boutique, with us. Sarah, let's dive deeper into your YouTube journey. Can you share with us why you decided to open a YouTube channel and what type of videos you create?
Thanks again for having me, Jane and Bob. I decided to open a YouTube channel because I saw it as a wonderful opportunity. Thanks again for having me, Jane and Bob. I decided to open a YouTube channel because I saw it as a wonderful opportunity to connect with a wider audience and share my passion.
I will stop it. Okay, so now I stopped it, so I can't continue hearing it. But if I edit it while it continue working, I don't need to generate it again, and then I can hear whatever I done afterwards. Okay, so if I want to hear what Sarah says, okay, the whole paragraph, and I see that I have some commas that are not in place and I want to remove, or I want to add some commas or whatever, I can do that while it talks, and it is not stopping, and I don't need to generate it again and again and again and again. Just small tip to save you time. Each comma is making it's not sound good. This is why I'm removing all the commas all the time. And sometimes you need to add commas. It depends on what you want from this. If I press only the play for the paragraph, I'm going to hear only that paragraph. Also, I can play the whole thing. If I have a different section, different sentences within a box, I can press it up here to play. Okay, so I don't need to play all over again everything. So now I'm going to build a preview. It's only when I press here the empty, it's going to play this, but it's not going to build a preview, which we know that it have to do that each time again and again.
Can you give us an idea of the specific types of videos you create to achieve your goals?
I can do something to change it sound more interesting. I just can tell you that I'm not doing it usually for all of my text. I just do it here now for the example because it's not working that good. Okay, so they have here text box. It's called emphasis. Okay, and when you do that, you can decide how it's going to be, like how the voice is going to sound. So if something is sound good for you, you don't need to go back and forth and everything to do that for each word, but can you give us, okay, it's like we start from high. Can you give us idea? Okay, so now it's like something of the specific type of videos you create. That's it. So I have 5 emphasis. So to achieve your goals, let's do that here. Okay, let's do that and let's see here that. It's again, just...
Can you give us an idea of the specific types of videos you create to achieve your goals?
Okay, I think it's better. And because it's not working, the best all the time. I'm not playing with it all the time, but this was really off. So for me, it felt off for me. So I wanted to change the emphasis. So let's building the preview.
Can you give us an idea of the specific types of videos you create to achieve your goals?
Absolutely, Bob. On my channel, you'll find a variety of videos ranging from fashion hauls, where I showcase the latest trends and pieces from my boutique.
Most of the time it's doing really good job, so I don't need to create everything. Like I don't need to use all of these different tools. Just, fine-tuning, that's it.
Channel.
Can you tell us more about your boutique and the role it played in your journey?
Let's say this word wasn't the best one. So I can press the pronunciation and then I get different ways to this word to sound. Okay? I can preview from here.
Boutique.
Which is not what I'm looking for.
Boutique.
So that and so on. So if you find something that it sounds better, you can press here and then it's going to generate that word and that's it. If you want each time that the word boutique will sound like this one, you can apply to the whole project. Also, you can create custom, which I don't know exactly how to use that. So if you know how to create something like that it will sound the real thing, you can do that. And this is about the pronunciation. Whenever you have pronunciation, you need to highlight only the word without spaces, without anything, and then you have this box of pronunciation. You can also have managed the pronunciation if you have your own pronunciation create, so you can do that here. If you create custom, and use it always, okay? So you can always use it afterwards in your projects. This is basically the pronunciation, and as I say, I don't know how to create the right pronunciation because it's use different words, different letters from other languages. So I don't know how to use it exactly, but if you know how to create pronunciation, so you can use that. Usually, if I have word that is not working well, I sometimes add a letter, like let's say they didn't say something like that. They didn't say the T in the end. I will add another T and probably it will work. If I have, let's say I have here example with Jane, you see she say RPM. This time she said it right, but I had a time when Bob had also, I think, RPM or whatever, like an SEO, and it read it CO and not SEO. So I just separated the letters like that. Okay, so you can find ways to create the pronunciation how you want it to, but most of the time it is what it is, and you need to just live with, some small mistakes. Now, it's going to be very, very boring if I'm going to use it like that. So, like, to hear it as a podcast, I think it's not, the best experience for the viewer, but I will add more things to make it interesting, and you can see the full video down in the description, this specific video on my other YouTube channel.
My channel gained traction. I started directing.
Okay, so this is how I start to play with it, okay? This is really great example. So I just add another R, which is not the way you spell that, but it will help it probably.
Great question, Bob. As my channel gained traction, I started directing my viewers to my online store where they could easily purchase.
Okay, this was better.
The products
I'm not sure again.
Great question, Bob. As my channel gained traction, I started directing my viewers to my online store where they could easily.
Okay, sometimes that's all what I need to do. Okay, and I add that, and you see Grammarly asking me to change it, but this is how I can help the voice know how I want it to pronounce it without making changing the pronunciation, which was really something you need to be expert at. It's small changes, but this is what makes
I
it
also
different.
Created an email list to stay connected with my audience and provide exclusive.
It's funny, it's always doing that. Email list. Email list. Try see the pronunciation if they have different.
Email.
This one for sure not.
Email.
Okay, I think this one, the first one, this one.
Email.
Yeah, this one is better. So let's apply to all project and close that. And now it's supposed to be okay. Let's hear that.
I also created an email list to stay connected with.
I changed it. What? Yeah, it is here. So, okay, there is nothing I can
with
do.
My audience.
Okay, you always need to find the balance between, too much editing and, taking into each word and how it sounds and everything, and, the time that it takes. Okay, so if you want to save time, sometimes you need just leave it as it is.
Can you give us some insights into how you...
I don't like how he say email list, so I will pronunciation, will change it back to the normal, and that's it. You see that all the emails are in red because I changed it for the whole project. But for Bob, it's not good.
Can inspire others to pursue their passions and find success on YouTube.
Okay, so that's it. Now I finished to edit that and hear that. And now it's time to export. So for the export, let's see. When I open the tab, I can export the video, but I didn't create any video. So I'm going to export only the voice, but you can also create, if you create voice and music, you can export that, and you can export a script. And this is really important because if you created changes, which sometimes I do, create changes with text itself, it's very good to have the script outside of what you have. Here I really edit it heavily before I put that online, before I put that here. So I don't need a script. If I want to have the script, I have it already on my other file. So what I'm doing that now is taking it to single file. I like always to use the WAV file, to use the high quality. I stay with mono because I don't have music. If I will have music, I will take it out as a stereo, and then I will press download. Now it's preparing my download, and when it's finished, I need to press again to download it to my computer. Now, whenever it will end that, I am saving it on my computer in a specific file, and then I will put that on Canva. I upload that on Canva and start to edit that on Canva, because on Canva I have music, and I have Canva Pro account, so I have their music, and I can add titles and some animation and stuff that I can't really do here. On Canva, I don't need to download and upload that again, and so it makes everything easier. I really hope that Canva soon will have some AI voice generator inside of Canva, so I don't need to do that outside of Canva. But for now, they don't have, so I need to download it here. So I just download that and save it on my computer. And that's it for the export. If I look at Julie, okay, you can see I have here another button. And this button is called conversational. And if I open that, you can see I have two other options. I have conversational and cheerful. If I will change it to cheerful, it will sound different.
Thank you both, Jane and Bob. It's been a pleasure to discuss my YouTube journey and business strategies with you. I hope that my story can inspire others to pursue their passions and find success on YouTube.
Eva, okay, the voice Eva, you have also tons of ways you can change the way she speaks. I usually find that the general is really good, but sometimes you want to add something, you can use whatever you have here in the list. Edmund, you see I don't have here the other button because this voice don't have another ways to have it sound different. Okay, so this is something you need to consider when you consider the voice. You need to see if it have the different ways. It all depends what you want from the voice. For me, because I do the conversational way, I don't feel I need the other ways to use the voice. Also, another thing, most of the males' voices don't have the expressions. So just let you know. You can see that some of the voices have pro and some of them don't have anything. If you are in the standard version of Murf, you can use all the voices that don't have the pro thing. So for this specific what I used, Eva and Julie don't have the pro, so you can use both of those voices. And when they have the pro. So this is something you need to consider. If you try the software and you find that the voices you want to use are not a pro, you don't need to buy the pro, like the pro subscription. Also another thing, just to navigate everything here, you can, if you want only one voice, like let's say female, you can press the female, and now you have all the females. Again, the male, the same thing. And you have also here different ways. So if you want English that with accent of US and Canada, you can use this one. If you want UK, you can have this one. I find that it's really funny to have different voices. They also only in English they have kids, but I found a trick because Oliver is not sounding the best. You can always pitch the male voice up, and then it can sound like a boy, okay, a little boy. So you can pitch you can use the pitch and make it up or down. If you make it up, it changes the voice to something that sounds more like a child. If you take it down, it sounds like more old man. that's it. So you can also play with the pitch to change the sound of the voice and make different voices. Always use the speed. I think the AI voices speak really, really slow. I think it should be sounded. And also, I think in the process of editing it afterwards in the video, if you add music underneath the speech, it's going to be sound more natural. So this is something you should consider. The one last thing we have here on this panel, you have add pauses. I don't use it that much because I found that the commas and the dots are enough. I don't need more pauses. But if you want to add a longer pause, you can put the cursor, whatever, like wherever you want to pause, and press add pause, and then you can add the pause you want. You can also press here custom value if something is not precise what you want. Okay. Another thing that you can do with Murf, you can switch places. Okay, I can switch it here. I just need to drag it and drop. And here it's like back into Eva, and I found that they don't have really now it's here. Okay, and now because it's here and it was here, I can split it, but it left me with that voice, and I don't want that voice, so I'm going to change it back to Edmund and the percentage I needed. So this is something you need to consider. Like if you are going to switch places, just make sure you are in the right voice. If you are like, you can also merge voices. Let's say I will merge now Sarah and Jane, and I'm going to split that again. It's going to leave me with that voice, so I'm going to go back to Eva. Also, another one feature that I really like, if you use the same voice for the whole thing, and after you hear that, you feel that it's not the right voice, you can press here, apply voice to the entire project, and you can press whatever voice you want. I don't want to do that because it's going to change the whole voice for all my project, and I can't go back. You can't go back. You can undo the editing of the voices. Okay, you can edit. You can press Ctrl Z if you are on Windows. You can press the Ctrl Z, and then it changes the text itself. Like if you remove comma, if you edit comma, or stuff like that, it can get you back. But if you merge, or if you split, or if you change the voice or whatever, this is not going to take you back. So before you make change that is for the whole project, just think about just that for a moment, because then you need to do that again. And if you want to change something and it's really short, if you want to do experiment, I really suggest you do that in different projects if you already edited your project. So don't do that for the whole project. If I want to add music, I need to go back to the beginning. I can add music, and let's say I select this music. Okay, I select this one and press next, and I can make it shorter or longer. Okay, I think you can do that again, like you can do that in the videos. Okay, also, so let's say I use that. Okay, use the whole thing, but you don't have to. If you want only for the beginning, you can add to the time. And now you can see I have here the audio, and it's also building the preview. Whenever you start to add music or video, it's going to take the preview is going to take you longer. So this is why I don't really like to edit here. But if you need the music, you don't have Pro Music in other way, like I have in Canva Pro Music, so I can use it there. But if you don't have it and you want to use it here, so you can do that here too. It will take time, so I think you should do that only if you have really, really small video. For almost 9 minutes, I think it's too much.
This interview is fictional. but the ideas and strategies discussed are based on real-life experiences and
you hear the music
and
on
insights
the back?
from successful.
Okay, you can hear that it's really, really, really soft. And this is why we have here this button, which is volume mixer. Okay, so you can have, if you want to hear more the volume of the video, of the audio, you can play with this one, with this knob. Okay, so let's do that. And of course I need to build a preview again. While it's building, I will talk about the auto ducking. Okay, so if someone is talking and you have music, usually you don't want the music to go over the voice. Okay, so when you press that, it just lowers the music each time someone's talking and make it stronger while there is pause. So this is why if you use the pause, like if you are going to use music with it, you should use the pauses. So it will make, this is something I can do, like I can separate the audio on my editing software. So I don't need to do that here.
This interview is fictional, but the ideas and strategies discussed are based on real-life experiences and insights from successful creators.
If you have videos and the videos have music or sound and you don't want the sound to hear, you can lower here the fader so it will be on 0 and then you can't hear anything. And that's it for the volume mixer. Magnifying glasses, so you can make it smaller, all the timeline smaller, or you can enlarge it. This is good if you work with video and you want to be precise in the place that the video stops. Let's add a video. Because I can't use the stock video because it doesn't work for me, probably it can work. You can search here, by the way. I would use my upload, which is also from Vexels. It's not videos I did anywhere. So let's put that video in and I will add that to the timeline. The way I work with the video is the same way if you work with the image and if you work with the video itself. So I have here the video and I can make it shorter. Okay, I can make it shorter, and if I want, and I can make it shorter from each side. Okay, and from here, or make it longer. And if I will add another one just for this demonstration, so I can switch between them. Okay, also with it works the same way with the music. Okay, so this is how it's work, but they don't have any transitions and everything. So now you can see I have another two buttons here. I have video settings. You can see the landscape, portrait, square, squarish, okay? And you can also have custom resolution for yourself. Like if you have portrait and landscape and you want the video to be landscape, you should do that. Portrait, let's see. I will need to build a preview again. And now you can see it takes more time when you have videos. This is why I don't like to work with it. After 4 videos, I was just, gave up on the videos because it was too much. You can also turn on the subtitles. It's just going to add subtitles here. It's not going to do anything for the video itself. The download format. So the video you can download with the format of MP4 or MOV. I usually like better the MP4. You can have, if you have the subtitles, you can include the subtitles in the video. And if you have the YouTube, okay, if you are going to put that in YouTube and use music, you should press here, download the YouTube codes, because this way you have your protection for your videos. So if you get copyright claim on your video, you can use this code to release the video. So let's press the download, and now it's preparing the download. But you can see here that I have the video in a portrait because I put that in that way, although the videos are in landscape. Okay, so this is why you should use this setting when you create your video.
This interview is fictional, but the ideas and strategies discussed are based on real-life experiences and insights from successful creators.
If I turn on the subtitles, you can see the...
Let's explore how to make money from... This interview is fictional, but the ideas and strategies discussed are based on real-life experience.
Maybe in the future they are going to add that, but this time you can't add any transaction, you can add transitions, you can't add any text, you can have only one layer of music, and I think you can't really have empty time. Like if you want to add another music somewhere else in the video, you can't do that. You can only have one thing after the other. If you have any question to them, you have here chat, and they are really fast response, like they respond really fast, and I can also tell you that they get back to me. So I think it's really good plus for a software. This is something I always checked when I check a software, if I have responsive customer service, because sometimes I have problems and I want to get someone to tell me what to do, and I think it's really good for them. The thing that it's not working for me, I know that it worked for other people, so maybe just for me on my computer something, I don't know what, but they are taking care of it, so I think it's really good plus for them. You are here, you have here your image, you have my account, workspace setting and pricing, and log out. So if you want to log out, if you are on other person computer and you want to log out, just do that here. If you go to the my account, you get to this page. You can change your name and another tab, workspace setting. This is if you work with different teams and you want for each team to have different workspace. This is what you should do. You can see here your monthly subscription. You can see here I have pro monthly. I used 166 minutes out of 246 minutes I have. It cost me 38 per month. I think if you have the yearly plan, you're going to have here the number of the plan and per month, per year. And if you want to cancel the plan, you can do that by pressing here. You have here, you will lose the ability to create a new voiceover at the end of the billing. You will lose access to the lab. But it just tell you that you are going to lose what you're going to lose. And also you should know that the project will be deleted after 90 days after the billing cycle ends, which is a really good thing to know, that all the projects you created while you have the billing cycle, you can get back to that, and that's it for the cancel. You can also upgrade the plan if you want to go for the yearly, or if you want to add seats. If I go to that, I can have here another seat and another seats, and it's adding the seats for this today. So they add only like $3, $7 for remaining, because I have 2 more days until this month is ending. You have here your invoices. You can download the invoice, which is really good to know where you can do that. I usually need to give it to my accountant, and it's really hard to find all the invoices, so just download it from here. I have only one workspace name because I am one person and I don't have teams, but you can add more workspaces if you have teams, and if you are in the plan that you can have more workspaces. And then you can update the name of your team and add the people that you want to add to your team. They also have templates here. I tried to look at them. They don't have too much. They have 12 actually. I didn't find it really useful. So, and it's also when you download it, it takes time from your minutes. So don't do that unless you really want to use their videos, which is not a good idea, because you're just copying someone else's work and it's not going to help you in any way. Well, you can invite teammates, which here you enter the email and you invite the viewer or editor. When you create your AI voice using Murf AI Studio, background music from their library stop music track. To avoid any content claims, Murf AI provides a unique YouTube code for each song used in your video. After finalizing your video, click on the download button. In the download option, make sure to check the box that says include YouTube codes. In your computer, you will find a zip file containing your video and a text file. Open the text file, and you will see the YouTube code for music using in your video. Upload your video to YouTube. Select the file that you have edited with Murf AI. In the video description, scroll to the bottom and add the YouTube code from Murf AI. Make sure to place the code on its own line so that it stands out and it is not confused with other text. Each song required its own code, so if you use multiple tracks, you can separate the codes with commas. After uploading your video with the YouTube code in the description, it's recommended to initially set the video as unlisted, rather than making it public right away. This helps prevent any potential negative impact on your video's performance due to the copyright claim. YouTube Content ID system usually clears the claim automatically within 48 hours. If the claim remained unresolved after a week, you should consider disputing it directly with YouTube. Head over to your YouTube Studio dashboard and locate the video that has received the copyright claim. Click on the claim and select Dispute. In the dispute window, choose the option stating that your reason for the dispute isn't listed. Proceed to the next page and confirm that you have valid license for the music. Follow the prompts, check the necessary box, and move on to the final page. In the dispute box, please include the following line: music license from Murf AI, YouTube code, and insert your code. You can find this text in the video description. Be patient and allow YouTube time to review and resolve the dispute. Once the claim is successfully disputed and removed, you can then change the video status from unlisted to public to make it visible to your audience.